Will there be more software developers working in the United States next year? My friend, the provocateur, venture capitalist, and debutante Brian Brackeen says there won't be more software developers next year. I call bullshit. I'm a journalist, I cover this stuff, he's an investor, he invests in this stuff, and we're making a bet out of it. I tease him, but Brian's no fool, and the data makes a strong case for him. A few big factors are catching up to software developers. Higher interest rates crushed speculative tech hiring. Some policy changes were a drag on software employers. And sure, maybe there are some signals of artificial intelligence. The result is that in 2024, we saw the slowest growth in software developers since we've started tracking the data. One of the most interesting charts in economics right now is worth its own video, but it tracks the share of unemployment that recent graduates have as compared to all workers overall. And going back well into the early 80s, the green line, the recent graduate unemployment rate, was always lower than the overall employment rate. In the recession in the early 90s and 2001 and the Great Recession, this was always true. So though it was bad for recent college graduates in the Great Recession, they still had a lower unemployment rate than the overall one. This started changing in 2018 and has been accelerating since in the pandemic era. Now the unemployment rate for recent college graduates, those aged 22 to 27 who have some college degree, is higher than the overall unemployment rate. This matters because economists think this could be a signal of what's happening in artificial intelligence, because without robotics, artificial intelligence primarily impacts knowledge work that college degree holders disproportionately fill. These feel like big changes that could make my friend Brian correct, that perhaps after steady growth for decades, we've seen a plateauing of software development, more expensive money, policy, and sure, maybe a little bit of artificial intelligence could result in a shrinking of the overall software developer count. So why the heck am I betting against him? In the simplest form, it's the Bill Gates maxim. We tend to overestimate what we can do in a year, but underestimate what we can do in a decade. And we have real stakes. Whoever loses will be standing in line outside of Angelo's Pizzeria for their beloved seated cheesesteak, because both Brian and I will be in Philadelphia as part of the Techni Builders Conference celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Join us there, because we'll be answering